Indiana first-time buyers can stack up to 6% in down payment help from the state, plus thousands more from local programs in Gary, Hammond, Indianapolis, Bloomington, and more. I'm Sam Thompson, author of the Strategic First-Time Homebuyer. Let's walk through every program you might qualify for. All right, here's what I'm going to cover with you in the video. First, I'll explain how down payment assistance actually works. I'll explore common patterns that show up across every program. Then I'll get into the ground rules, eligibility, and process end to end for each program. I'll show you how programs layer to stretch your benefits further, and then I'll cover the next steps. So there are grants or there are loans. With grants, it's free money if you qualify up front. The catch is funding is less available, and you need a property under contract to get your foot in line. Then there are loans. There are three types of loans. There's repayable. That's your traditional loan that you pay back with interest. There's deferred. That usually comes with no interest or monthly payments, but it's due when you sell, refinance, or move out of the home. Then there's forgivable loans. That's usually wiped clean if you stay in the home for a certain amount of time. Okay, so some common patterns between these programs is first, there are purchase price limits. So most programs will cap the home price, and this varies by county and by program. Second, there are income limits. So your household income has to fall under a set threshold to qualify. And I'll show you what that looks like. At HUDuser.gov, you have each state listed here. And we'll use Alabama for an example. Here you've got the chart. When you look at the low income row, that's usually the cap. And so like one person in Anniston, Oxford area, you've got 41,550 for that area for one person. And then it goes up depending on how many people live in the home. So that's usually where your income limits will land. Next, the programs usually require you take a course, and that's usually just online. And then last, you have to work with an approved lender. Okay, so let's go to the guide that I made for you at noobhomebuyer.com/DPA. And then you click on the state. And here on this guide, I've got links for all the programs and then a quick summary in bullet points for each program as well. So we're going to go through this one by one. Indiana Housing Community Development Authority First Place program offers up to 6% of the home's purchase price. You need a minimum score of 640. It's forgivable after a set period if you remain in the home as your primary residence. So again, click on this link here if you want to explore this a little bit more. You've got from the same housing authority. Basically, you've got several programs. So a lot of these links might lead to the same spot, but they've got several different programs. This one covers up to 6% as a deferred second mortgage, so it's due on sale or refinance. Then from the same group, you've got a 3.5% forgivable second mortgage after 3 years. You've got Gary First-Time Homebuyer program up to $10,000 as long as you're under the income limits. More details there. You've got Hammond Homebound, $5,000 in general, but then for certain occupations they'll give up to $10,000, and they've got this this forgiveness period set up. So if you've only been in the home for 1 to 2 years, then you sell or refinance or move out, then you have to pay it back 100%. But they forgive up to a certain amount depending on how long you've been there. So if you've been there after 5 years, then it's completely forgiven. And more details are there as well. So you've also got Inclusive Communities Fund that covers Gary, Hammond, East Chicago. You've got the income limits here, and it's forgiven after 5 years. You've got Indianapolis Neighborhood Housing Partnership. That covers up to almost $25,000. This one's a little more generous on the AMI at 120%. And here's the link for more details on that one. Hoosier Homes offers up to 5% as a forgivable second mortgage, and the forgivable period is 3 years. Here's the income limit for 2025. The income limits usually get updated mid-year, so that should update here pretty soon. Here's the link. You've got Elkhart County that covers up to 20% of the purchase price. That's awesome because it removes the mortgage insurance, which improves your rate and improves your payment. The minimum score is 600, and they do have debt to income limits, and you have to be below 80% of the area median income. Evansville HOPE program, it matches up to $15,000 in assistance. So you have to bring the money, but they'll also match. You have to bring at least $1,000. In Bloomington, they give up to $10,000. You have to be under 80% of the median income, and they forgive it in chunks as well, so 20% per year. South Bend Community Homebuyers Corporation offers up to 20%. That's awesome because it eliminates your private mortgage insurance, and it's also forgiven after 5 years. That's awesome. They do have a purchase price cap of $175,000, so that can change, but if you can find a home under this amount, then you should be good. Vigo County offers up to 5%, 3% for your down payment, 2% for closing costs, but they stop at $4,000. They're targeting homes under $80,000, and that does it for these programs in Indiana. All right, so I'll want to cover what stacking assistance looks like. This is combining programs or layering programs on top of each other so you can further stretch your benefits. I have to talk about lien position because this will determine if you can stack more than one program on top of each other. So lien position is every loan has a place in line for repayment, and that place in line is called lien position. So, for example, there's your first mortgage, there's a second mortgage, and a third mortgage. If you sell the home, there's the first mortgage gets paid back first, then the second mortgage, then the third mortgage. So, say you sell for less than what you owe between all three of these mortgages, then this third mortgage holder, they get cut out of getting repaid. So lenders and down payment assistance programs will look at this in terms of riskiness. So for a first mortgage, that's normal. A second mortgage, that's also normal. It's not as risky, but third mortgage is risky. So it will a lot of programs will not give you the assistance if they land in the third mortgage position. But there are a lot of programs that do. So it depends county by county, program by program. Now, what is easy to stack is a grant, because a grant doesn't need a lien position. They don't need to get repaid. So if you're going to stack anything, it would be a grant on a grant would be easy. A grant with a loan would be easy. Two loans together would be a little bit more difficult. So that covers that. Let's go back to my down payment assistance guide, and we'll pull up Alabama for an example. But your very next step would be connecting with the down payment assistance team, because earlier we covered that each program needs to be can only be accessed by an approved lender. And something else that would help is having a real estate agent that's also familiar with the programs. So if you want to get in contact with the down payment assistance team, with a lender that has access and a realtor that understands the program, then click here and it'll have you fill out the form and we'll get you connected. I'll see you on the next video.
Let's go buy a